Today's felt just really weird and off, and maybe you're feeling that way too if you're here in the US. Just trying to process everything that happened yesterday. Hello everyone, we are out in the forest, or we're about to enter it. We're coming from the shopping center. I have 2 hats on, 2 pairs of gloves, and a winter coat, warm boots, so hopefully I will stay warm. I think my fingers are going to get cold because they only have 1 layer. Stop, please. Please stop pushing on that. Your dinos are going to end up in the water. Alright, this guy is ready to go running, so we are going to keep going. The vent is coming. Can I get your mask on you? We just picked up lunch, and it wasn't our normal school bus drivers. We knew right away because they didn't pull into the park. They just parked at their normal spot over there. Nobody was out there yelling, "Hey Sebastian!" But we're grateful for all the bus drivers. So we picked up a lunch and now we're gonna head back to the car. Hopefully we'll see them soon. Everyone, we just ate some lunch and came out for quiet time. I was downstairs updating my test administrator profile. I give Jax his yearly standardized testing as proof of academic progress to the county. That's one of the ways you can do it. In order to not have to go out somewhere else, I have certified myself to give a certain test through a certain company, and every year I have to re-up that. It's not too bad. You have to be able to just keep really quiet when you know they're giving the wrong answer or doing something wrong, because there's times where you can explain things and times where you can't, so you just have to stick with the script. But it's worked out for us, and he generally does really well. But yeah, the deadline was coming up on that. I always just do it right before the deadline because they send out a notice a week beforehand. And that's just worked out for me to just go in as soon as I get that email, get it all ready, and then I will order it probably in February or March and queue it up for the end of April when we do our testing. You have to set a date and then they send it to you in time for your testing date. So that's taken care of. Sebastian is settling in. You're getting the TV on. I'm gonna stick my head out and check on Ziggy because he keeps barking. I don't know what he's barking at. Just getting everything settled in. No more barking, Piggy. Be quiet. We went out on our full forest loop, which was lovely. Oh, welcome to our guest room, which is currently Donation Central. This is all done over here. The school bus did not pull to the park. I was like, maybe it's someone new. And it was really weird. They barely said anything. One lady didn't even get off the bus. It's just a lady, she sticks her head out. How many do you need? White or chocolate milk? And yeah, done. So I don't know where our usual people are. Hopefully we'll see them soon. But I came in here because we have a lot of cute little music shirts that I'm so sad that Sebastian's been outgrowing. There's more in one of the donation bags, and I'm gonna actually get them out. He has a few that he can just barely fit into. This is Guns N' Roses. I think what I'm gonna do is make a t-shirt rag quilt with them and just have that as memories. I won't be able to finish until he outgrows all of them. He's got a few in there. So there's some shirts that I love that aren't music themed, so I have to decide if I'm gonna do those or just save them for a different quilt. I think I will order flannel pretty soon because it's on sale at Joann's. It takes a while to get here anyway. So just order a bunch of black and maybe gray, and then I'll have it ready when I do make that. And I probably have to order more perler beads. I just started that epic 4-panel Starry Night. I'm definitely gonna need more. Yeah, that's all I got today. I'm gonna go do quiet time and then we will see what's going on afterwards. I'm still all bundled up because I'm just cold. Just about 9 o'clock and they're gonna get really noisy in there because it's time for them to read together, which is always chaos. Anyway, today's felt just really weird and off, and maybe you're feeling that way too if you're here in the US. Just trying to process everything that happened yesterday. Guys, I don't hear any reading going on and I'm not happy. You better hurry. Yeah, it's definitely still in the processing stage. Plus, the country is hitting records on COVID. Our state, our county records. Our positivity rate here in our county is over 18% now. Just going up. My husband thinks we'll make it to 20 on the weekend. We don't get the numbers for the county over the weekend, so we'll have to see if he's right on Monday. People have been calling for the 25th Amendment to be enacted, invoked, which is deeming a president unfit to serve and the vice president takes over. Many in the government have stated that they would like that to happen in the final 2 weeks. Guys, it doesn't need to be that loud. And then facing that, Trump has released a statement. I haven't fully read it. Bedtime hit when I was reading it. But I think he was backtracking a little bit, saying this is not supporting the people who he told to go to the Capitol, who did go to the Capitol, and now he's like, no, that was terrible. Yeah, I don't care. I'll come in there if I want to come in there. I'm your parent. I don't care what you want. I'm your parent. Gonna be up to no good. He's gonna lose his flashlight is what he's gonna lose. I don't know. The headline says he's backtracking on a lot of things though, spewing lots of falsehoods. So I need to read that. I can't really properly say anything about it because I haven't seen it yet. But all that aside, let's just go over our day, which was just a blah day, just a day. We got up and I used up some food for breakfast. We had a little bit more pancake mix. I actually had to stretch it with some, what's that called? Bisquick, yeah. I put a little bit of that in there to make it go a little farther, so we had enough. I also used an applesauce cup from the school buses and added some cinnamon. And then we were out of syrup. That'll come on Saturday with our groceries. So I took 3 pear cups, like chopped fruit cups, pear and juice. And I put it in a saucepan with a chopped up green apple and some brown sugar, a little bit of cornstarch, and some spices. And cooked that down into a sauce. So we had that instead of syrup. That was very good. Then Sebastian was already asking for a walk. And then he wasn't. And then he was. And then he started watching a show on his PBS Kids, maybe. Maybe it's free time, Amazon Kids. I don't know. He started watching something while I was packing up. And then it was like pulling teeth, what do you say? Pulling teeth, I think, is the figure of speech. Trying to get him to get ready, get his socks and shoes on and stuff. But we made it out, and today I really wanted to do our forest loop and not just drive to the park and wander around. It's been so drizzly and damp and mushy and muddy and cold. It's still cold. I was wearing 2 pairs of gloves and 2 hats and a scarf and a winter coat and furry boots, and I was still a little chilly, but inside the forest it was lovely because there was no wind. The sun was shining through the trees and the water was running in the creeks. It was just so nice. And then we get to the park. We had a little time to play. He brought dinosaurs, and I was expecting our bus to come and we see our friends and chat with them and tell them about our visit to the high school, but the bus pulls up and it stops at its normal stop. Normally they do that, but then they pull forward to the park, and they didn't. I'm like, buddy, let's get your mask on, but I don't think that's our friends, because I didn't see anybody waiting to get food at that time, which is usually the only reason why they stop, because there's already somebody there. So we headed that way, and sure enough, it was not his friends. It was just somebody who poked her head out, and she's like, how many? White or chocolate milk? Handed it to us, and that was that. So that was weird, but I don't know, like when we were at the school and the man was talking about, I've been getting like memes about the government and the insurrection from my husband. When we were at the school, there was a man who worked there in the nutrition department, I guess, or buses, or I don't know. They seem to all be working together right now. But he was coming with a box up the stairs, and I was like, oh, you must be Sebastian. You're Buster's friend. And he's not, he's Skip's friend, but I don't know. He was saying Buster. You might be confused on the name. I was like, do you miss Buster? You'll see him soon. So I was like so confused just on the name that I didn't really think about the missing part. So maybe there was something planned and he wasn't going to be on his normal route. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see them tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go to the school. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. But yeah, we left with way less food than usual. Just a small little thing. Like even when he gives me like one serving of food, like there's more items in it. So it was definitely a small lunch. Not complaining, it's fine. We still have plenty from yesterday, but it just felt odd not seeing our friends, and we just kind of walked back to the car quietly. And it's always a cold part of the walk because we're out of the woods. We got home and we had lunch. Sebastian had more of the chicken sandwiches and mac and cheese, so we made a good dent, but only made it through 3 mac and cheeses, and one of those 3 was not really eaten because it was Jax's. I had a bowl of rice. I can't help with meat or dairy, and I heated up Jax's favorite of the school dinners, which is garlic breadsticks that are very much like Olive Gardens, but they have mozzarella cheese in the center. So I made him one of those. After we ate, Sebastian wanted to play a little bit before quiet time. So as I said, I took care of my test administrator information. Then we did quiet time. He watched a show. I felt like we were up there for a long time. I read a little bit of news, and then I actually did my Animal Crossing early because I needed to deliver DIY cards to Jax's island, and I knew he was running short on Switch time, so I was like, come on, open your gate, I'll be quick. I made 2 runs there before he quickly shut out and went back to his other games. His poor island is so abandoned. I need to just steal it at night and work on it for him. It'll be my second island. It's just the problem is I need to have his internet turned back on because it has a curfew, and add time to it, and if it's after midnight that affects his next day. So I don't know, we'll see. I feel bad that his island is abandoned, but after nap time, like quiet time, I keep saying nap time, I wish it was nap time, Sebastian was yawning and doing this weird manic thing that he does when he doesn't have quiet time, and like, oh, it's gonna be one of those nights. And it was. He was like racing around the house with the zoomies. He was hitting and kicking and farting and making rude sounds and calling names, and he's just a nutcase. I wanted Mexican food, and my husband wanted to get it from Chili's. It's more expensive, so we already don't get Jax a takeout dinner when we get Mexican. I cook him a quesadilla at home, so we were hoping we could just cook 2 for them, but no. Sebastian was dead set on getting an enchilada. I'm like, you have to eat all of it. It's like $8 kids meal there. We'd rather not get you guys food. But he insisted, and my husband relented. I didn't think he'd eat it, and he didn't for a long time, but finally he ate it all just so he could earn a treat, which is some of my chocolate fudge non-dairy ice cream. And then Jax had some time on the TV doing Xbox. Then Sebastian had some time watching one of his shows. And now here we are, and you can hear what it's like. And I need to get that maniac to sleep, and that's going to be interesting. So, yeah. I am going to go get myself changed, fill that humidifier, and try to get him to sleep. Gotta fold the laundry later. I don't know what they're doing in there. I'm trying to decide on hair color, because even though I love this, I'm so sick of making everything pink and purple. The one combination of dyes I use makes my pillowcase hot pink. The other combination makes it purple. Everything is turning purple right now, which is super annoying. So I'm starting to shampoo it out every other day. I don't normally even shampoo my roots, so hopefully my hair doesn't get all screwed up and greasy or dried out. I don't even know, but I need to start getting it out. So I gotta decide. Maybe tomorrow I'll post some choices, but I'm leaning towards maybe like silver with some lavender in it, or another like gradient situation, but most of it be like icy white blonde and then like a blue and lavender gradient inside. Those are 2 choices, but I'm gonna figure it out. Gotta order. I do have a little bit in there, but I'm not sure I want to do them because one of them is pink based and one of them is purple based. I'm kind of sick of both of those colors right now. that I might do it. I don't know. All right, talking too long as always, so good night. Please stay safe. I just keep hearing about more people getting COVID, people with names and faces, so be safe, and don't forget, wash your hands.